Hey guys, I'm Chuck, and those are my Charlie cards. And these right here, these are my fancy Charlie chips. In the town I live in, we have a happy face mowed right into the side of a hill. That's why this is Happy Face Holdem. The goal, log 500 hours of 2-3 no limit Holdem and have more Charlie chips at the end of the session than we started with. Let's get into the action. Hey guys, I'm down here at Orleans, the Orleans in Las Vegas, and look who I ran into. Mr. Vegas himself. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to Happy Face Holdem. Thanks for joining me for vlog number 11. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. 10 vlogs in and the channel's grown. Grateful to all of you for 400 plus subscribers. So I just can't thank you enough for that. Bigger accomplishment than I ever thought I'd had. So, I'm here logging my hours, trying to get a 500 hour sample size at 2-3 and some 1-3 no limit Holdem as it plays in Vegas, just to see if I can make a go at this. I really appreciate all the comments that you guys give me, the feedback on the play. The common theme is my bet sizing is not big enough post flop, so I definitely hope to work on that in the very near future and put a little money into my play. So, hey, in this one, it's part 2 of our trip to Vegas. We didn't enjoy Vegas nearly as much this time as we did last time. So from here on out, until California reopens, it looks like we're going to be playing a 1-2 home game with a 1-300 buy-in. A buddy of mine and I picked up a table, chips, cards, the whole shebang. We found a couple dealers, and we're ready to run some home games on Thursday night. So that'll be the deal going forward. It'll be a 1-2 max 300 buy-in home game that we can, try to make a win at. So stats so far after 10 vlogs, not doing nearly as good as I would have hoped to have been doing. I'm winning 2.76 big blinds an hour. Yeah, not going to cut it. So I really truly hope that as the channel grows and my play improves and I continue studying, that will definitely get better. Was excited in Vegas. If you missed part 1, check it out here. I'll put a card to it. Part 2 here in Vegas didn't do so hot. Fold fest, as you're going to see, but I do review a couple hands. A hole in my game. Sad, but I'm going to admit it. A hole in my game. My sessions are too long. I do really good for 2 or 3 hours. There's no doubt about it. In this video, if you keep an eye on the stack size next to my camera, you'll notice I was up to about $600, maybe even $700 at one point. And by the end of the session, I left with nothing. Yeah, so break even over 5 sessions in Vegas. Not the outcome I wanted, but it is what it is, right? I think, for me, being in Vegas, knowing that I could play, but knowing I was going back to California where the card rooms are closed, the local ones anyways, I just played too long. So hole in my game, I'm gonna plug it. One of the holes in my game that I've already plugged is pre-flop hand selection, pre-flop bet sizing. So, little improvements here and there that I think long-term will make me a better player. So thanks again for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I was going to add a little bit of lifestyle to this vlog. I know some of the other vloggers do that, but what do you think? I'd like to hear in the comments. Just pause the video for just a second. What is this vlog missing that you'd like me to add that would make it a little more enjoyable for you? So back to my thought of maybe adding a little lifestyle to the vlog. Well, I have 4 kids at home, teenagers now, 13 to 19 years old. I work a day job and I have a photography business on the side. So my life is full, no doubt about it. My life is full. But content that you guys want to see, yeah, probably not. But hey, I'm happy to add it. If you want to see my grocery trip to Trader Joe, hey, I'll vlog with the missus and see if I can't get her on here. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm off to take a dip. The pool's nice. It's 102 degrees and a little bit windy out here in California. The smoke has cleared out, but the pool is sitting at 83 degrees, so I'm happy to go take a dip in. Anyways, enjoy the vlog, guys. Please take a minute, give it a thumbs up. Smashing that thumbs up really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down there and the notification bell. It'll make sure that my content shows up in your feed and that you get notified that I've dropped a new vlog. I really appreciate it, guys. Until next time, let's get into the action. All right, guys, getting into the action in this one. We're at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. This is west of the Vegas Strip, an old place near the new Raider Stadium. Player ahead of me raised it to a measly $7. I'm in the cutoff looking down at pocket fives. In this case, I could 3-bet, but I elect to come along for the call for 7. We get 4 players total into the pot, and we're going to be $28 4 ways to the flop. Double check, make sure they still got 5s. You never know, that maybe they'll change to kings. And the flop is pretty good. We smash it with bottom set. Queen 8-5 rainbow. As the action checks around to me, I am going to lead out to build this pot up just a little bit. Sometimes you could check here, let somebody else take a stab at it, but I do elect for the bet because it was checked around to me. I get 1 caller, so we're going to be heads up with 58 in the pot. When we see a turn of a jack of clubs, that puts the flush draw on the board. And it also completes the straight, the 9-10 holding of the straight. So the action checks around again to me. So targeting ace, queen, queen, jack type hands, I do put out a smaller bet of about $30 here. The 2 early position players are going to fold, and the player to my right is going to go into the tank for just a little bit. So I think here, if they have the exact holding of 9-10, they're probably going to look me up, and I'm going to hear from the player right now in the matter of a large raise. But when this player decides to flat, I'm still thinking ace, queen, queen, jack, king, queen type holdings here. So eventually this player is going to put in the flat call for the 30, and we're going to go heads up to the river with $118 in the pot. So the river comes down the 3 of hearts. The player to my right, you can see, checks. And now it's a matter of bet sizing here. How can I get some value out of this player, assuming at this point there's no straight, no 9-10 holding, still targeting ace, queen, or queen, jack with my set of 5s. So after a little bit of consideration, I do elect to put in a bet of $55, so about half the pot. And this player is going to think for just a minute, and they will elect to make the call. Happy to flip over my hand, show my set of 5s, and we are good, and we're going to take this pot down. Still unsure of what the exact holding of this player was, but either way, we're going to rack up these Charlie chips, add on to our stack, tip our dealer, and be happy that we're moving on to the next hand. As I mentioned in my opening comment, you know, my hole now in my game is my sessions are too long. So here we had stacked up, probably sitting on $400 or $500 at this point. And really should have just left the table, you know, at that point or soon after. But anyways, moving on to the next hand, I'm sitting in the cutoff, and I look down at ace, queen offsuit. I opened to my standard 15, had 1 caller, the blinds folded. Flop comes down ace, 6, king, rainbow, and the other player elects to go all in on this hand. He shows ace, 7, and we're going to go to a chop with aces, 6s, and the king kicker. So this is where my luck, if you will, started to change. I don't necessarily believe in luck in this game of Hold'em. I think it is a game of, you know, skill, but sometimes you just can't win them all. But happy to chop it. You know, it's better than a loss. I'm all good with that. Still going to tip the dealer, even though it's a chop, and we're going to move on and see the next hand. All right, in this one we look down on the button to 10-9 suited. Love these suited connectors, especially when you have position. So I do my standard open after the action is folded around to me to $15, and I am going to get 2 callers from the blinds. So we're going to go 3 ways to the flop with 45 in the pot. Again, I think 10-9 is a great hand to play on the button in late position. and open and be a little bit aggressive. Flop comes down 7-5 tray with 2 clubs. I should have barreled on this one, but the action checks around. So when the turn comes down, giving us the open-ended straight, I do elect to put in a small bet of $15, and clearly that's going to be enough just to take this one down. I don't like limping ever. That's a hole in my game that I have fixed. Occasionally I'll limp, but these suited connectors are a great way to play in late position. So moving on to the next one, I look down at King Jack off in the hijack. I do open to 15 as the action had folded around to me. We're going to pick up 2 callers in this hand. The button's going to call the 15, and then the player to my right and middle position will also call the 15. So 3 ways to the flop with 45 into the pot, and we crush the flop. It comes down jack high, jack tray 9, rainbow. What's interesting is the player to my right and middle position decides to open donk lead for $15. So I have to consider ace jack here or jack 9 as a potential holding that would have called pre-flop. I wouldn't put any 3s in the range, and unlikely a pocket pair, but I guess pocket 3s, pocket 9s would absolutely be a holding that this player could have as well. So I elect for the flat call of 15, and the button's going to think about it for a little while before folding. So heads up to the turn, which comes down a 6 of diamonds. The player to my right elects to lead out again. She's taken the initiative, the lead here, so puts out the bet. And again, I'm still a little bit nervous about ace jack. It definitely could be a holding, maybe a set still. So I elect for the flat call. So the river comes down, pairing the board, giving us a set of jacks with the king kicker. They lead out and bet, and again, I'm just going to make the call. I think that's the only reasonable play here. They do roll over queen jack suited, so our kicker does stand, and we're going to take this nice size pot down. Happy to take this win, but that one, could I have navigated this hand differently? I'd love to hear your comments down below on this one. Should I have been raising? Should I have folded, or did I play it the right way? This one I'd really be interested in hearing all your feedback. So we chip up. The Charlie chip stack grows nicely. It looks like we're sitting over 400 here, maybe close to 450. I see the $25 chip on the top of the stack there. Anyways, thanks for the comments. I'll check those out and look forward to having that conversation with all of you. All right, so in this one, we're sitting on the button and we have 1 limper ahead of us. We look down at ace king offsuit. Again, on the button, standard open to 15. With a limper here, my open size should be larger. I should open to 20 or 25. Many of you have commented that that's my bet sizing is not large enough, and I'm seeing that and agreeing. So anyways, the original limper comes along for the ride. We go 35 in the pot because the blind's folded. We crush top pair on the flop with 2 clubs, 7 king queen. The original limper decides to go all in. He's got 40-ish behind. So I quickly make the call. The turn comes down, the 10 of clubs, completing the front door flush draw, and the king on the river. He does roll over 8, 9 of clubs. He did hit the flush, and we are going to lose this medium-sized pot to the original limper. Hey, that's how it goes. Like I said, my luck had turned. We turned into some chops. We lose to a flush draw and should have picked up the chips and left the table a long time ago. You can see I had seat change because I was card dead, and it was a fold fest. And that's what this video is called, the Fold Fest in Vegas. So here's another shot of the many, many, many hands that I folded. Anyway, it's great to catch up with Mr. Vegas on this episode, Jeff Stimson, and Stephen Clark, aka Think Blue Poker, in the last session. So hope you guys all enjoyed it, and until next time, thanks for watching.